Hi, this is a Jager Group presentation. Before we start, I would like to introduce my team and say a small fun fact about them. Angela lives in California and owns two dogs. Pedro is an iHeartRadio manager who hopes one day to own his own nightclub. He currently owns two food trucks that rake in more money in a week than I make in a month. Collins is an avid traveler and one heck of a bike rider. He once rode his bike 60 miles, which is incredible. I am the leader, Giuliano, and I currently work at a sandwich shop and also invest in pharmaceuticals when I see potential for profit. Last on the list is Song. Me and Song have ended up becoming good friends over this past month, and fun fact about him, he has already traveled to 8 different countries. I will break down this presentation into 8 parts. Each part will contain a feature for me to talk about. The first part is concept. As you can see from the two lions fighting, our theme is definitely going to be about Lion King. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Our concept will revolve around a company called Pride Rock Inc. The show will be shot in Savannah of Africa, and it will focus around the effects of management styles, organizations, leadership skills, development, ethical issues, making and team building. The second part, which is the introduction, covers a brief history of Pride Rock Inc. It tells exactly what kind of assets Pride Rock Inc. has, and it also unearths a conflict of interest between two brothers. Mufasa is the current CEO of Pride Rock Corp. He is the father of Simba and brother to Scar. Mufasa is powerful, confident, and a good organizer. He respects all his subjects and recognizes that everyone plays a significant role in the company. His resource allocation skills are second to none, and Pride Rock Corp has been thriving under his leadership. Mufasa promotes teamwork and is adept at recognizing that each team member has strengths and weaknesses. Mufasa displays excellent motivational skills and encourages his son, Simba, and his subjects to be the best they can be by learning from their mistakes and refining their individual techniques. Mufasa emphasizes respect and integrity and does not tolerate dishonesty. There is 2 parts to Simba. First part is Simba as the son of Mufasa and nephew to Scar, and basically he is around 5 to 6 years old. In this stage, he is being groomed to take his father's place when the time comes. In Simba's youth, he observes his father as a powerful leader of Pride Rock Corp and incorrectly believes that an effective leader simply gives orders and subjects comply. Young Simba has not recognized the fact that respect is earned and not simply demanded. Mufasa takes time to teach the concepts to Simba. The older Simba is basically Simba's transition to adult while in exile and begins to develop a more mature suite of leadership and management skill. He learns to effectively work in a team environment and identify his own strengths and weaknesses. Simba is also able to rebuild his self-confidence and self-awareness while in exile. Scar is Mufasa's younger brother and uncle to Simba. He is highly intelligent and manipulative, and he believes that he should be CEO instead of his brother Mufasa. Scar chooses to live as an outcast and spends his day plotting his takeover of Pride Rock Corp. He is jealous of his brother Mufasa and believes that the only reason he is CEO is because of Mufasa's brute strength. He fails to recognize that intellect will only get you so far. To effectively manage a company, you must be willing to work with your subjects and listen when there is a problem. Scar is initially successful in gaining confidence of his shareholders. This transformational leadership style would have been successful had he been able to deliver on his promise after taking over Pride Rock Corp. Instead, it becomes evident that Scar had no strategy to effect positive change for his subjects. Scar fails to promote personal growth with his subordinates and in effect contributes to the failure of Pride Rock Corp under his guidance. Nala is a childhood friend of Simba and presumed second in command under Simba's leadership. Nala is loyal to her family and recognizes the importance of teamwork. Nala plays a key role in motivating Simba to embrace his leadership role. Using characteristics of a transformational leader, she effectively communicates the poor conditions under Scar's leadership. She is able to motivate Simba to return by expressing the fact the company will ultimately cease to exist if he does not return. Timon and Pumbaa are Simba's friends and investors. They assist Simba in re-establishing his self-confidence and self-reliance. They exhibit a servant leader style by placing the needs of Simba above their own. As Simba grows, Timon and Pumbaa help Simba realize how powerful he can be and how to be an effective team member. When Simba returns to Pride Rock Corp, Timon and Pumbaa assume advisor roles within the organization to facilitate communication and assist with resource allocation. In episode 1, we see Mufasa has announced everyone to gather around Pride Rock Inc. so that he can show the future CEO of the company. The future CEO, which is his son Simba, at first does not become a leader right away. Instead, Mufasa gives Simba a leadership role inside the company so he can experience and gain skills such as entrepreneurship, negotiating, and disturbance handler. In episode 2, Scar decides that the only way for him to successfully take over as CEO is to convince the shareholders that they could be making more money. Scar proposes to get rid of regulations that Mufasa has proposed. The shareholders agree that Mufasa's regulations is causing the company to not make as much profit as it could be making. Therefore, a hostile takeover begins. In episode 3, you see two characters called Timon and Pumbaa. Timon and Pumbaa are two investors that discover Simba laying in the sand. After discovering that Simba has limited management skills, they decide to teach him the Hakuna Matata, a book that he and Pumbaa wrote which explains such skills as leadership, entrepreneurship, and ethical practices. They help Simba regain his confidence under Hakuna Matata's style of management and assure Simba that he is ready to take Pride Rock Corp if he wants, or ready to take over any company of his choosing. In episode 4, you see how Scar has damaged Pride Rock Inc. The company has no assets left and is starting to let go of its employees. The shareholders realize that they had made a huge mistake in believing in Scar's management proposal plan. In episode 5, you see Nala interact with Simba to try to convince him to take over his uncle Scar's place. Nala explained to Simba that ever since Scar took over, the company has taken many losses from poor business ventures to gain profits. Regarding the teachings of Mufasa, Timon and Pumbaa, Simba realized what a true leader of a company means. He finally understands a true leader had multiple roles to fulfill to manage a company effectively. A leader must be able to monitor crucial business developments such as shifts in the economy and society. With this knowledge, Simba decides to talk to the shareholders and regain control of his father's corporation. Overall, this class has been probably one of the best classes that I've had in a form of the style of teaching. This class, as you can see in the recommendations that it shows, we basically had to be very hands-on. And to be able to create a TV show, we literally had to read the book a good amount of times to be able to find the concepts that we wanted to partake in a TV show. Individually, I would say that the class has showed me how to be very hands-on and basically the importance of time management. As a group, this class definitely shows you to try to have a voice and try to be able to speak out and give your opinion, because sometimes when you have four people that are all leaders, it's hard for you to try to express your opinion or even ask question. So as a group, I think we have definitely learned that keeping our voice to ourselves doesn't really help the entire team. What I would say to future students who would take this class is that this class definitely has the potential for you to learn everything in the book, and it's really fun. I mean, how often do you get to create your own TV show? This class definitely shows you the importance of time management and basically the importance of communication and also how to meet deadlines. Overall, I would like to say thank you for listening to Team Jager presentation. I hope that you like the TV shows. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Mic drop.